Warning, it is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions and the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Pop-In that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You've been warned, so if you decide to listen, then don't complain like a fuck.
You should never teach your daughters that virginity is something precious either. It's another thing.
I mean, I think we all agree on that, hey guys?
Yeah! Fucking ovation!
Yeah. For a totally different reason.
No,
better teach your fucking daughter.
My daughter will be taught that.
You do not want it like she's gonna get crushed by some fucking 17-year-old. Don't teach it to her.
My daughter will be taught to hate everybody and to just reject any strangers that come up to her. Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by some of the best people around, starting with the strongest of STEM, Steve Cabot, then the bad boy Burn Podcasty, Jalen Dub, J-Dub, Justin Richardson. The dangerous one is back, Dangerous Diana Spencer, and everybody's favorite party boy, Pete McCormick. All right. Dangerous D, happy to have you back. Thanks for coming back on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. It's been so long.
It's Party Boy Pete. Sir, we've missed you. We love you. How are you?
Matty, boom, Batty. You know what's great about Christmas season? There's not a beer below 8.6% ABV. So I'm like,
I do like that. Very nice. Thanks for coming back. Jalen Dub, my
Hello.
good sir. Thanks for joining us on the pop-in. How are you, my man?
I'm doing swell.
100 episodes up, 100 episodes
100.
down. 100. All right. The bad boy, man, I'll tell you, the 44th Godfather showed up looking right. Bad boy, Bernie Biceps, Bernie Base Hits, Burn Podcasty. How are you, sir?
Let's make one thing clear. I'd like to say I'm suited and booted, but I'm just suited because I am naked from the waist down. So let's go.
Even
Winnie
better. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm Porky Pigging it for the 100th episode celebration.
So, strongest of stems. This will be our 44th time, you and me doing this thing. How are you, my man?
He's feeling good. We got the meat Pete back around.
Yeah.
I heard from Frankie the Trash Dog. That's always exciting.
Yep.
Big ups to Fat Boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Love him. Nice. So, all right. Well, if you're wondering, you can find all our content and all our stuff on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can hang out with us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please just get her to leave me alone. Just like and subscribe so my wife stops bugging me about doing this show. This is the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Pop-In 100th episode celebration. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's all objective to be effective by voice in societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right. So, gang, we are here. We're having a good time. So let's talk about it. This week on the show, we had Dan Gallagher, Dan P. Gallagher, the DPG himself. Really loved the show. Loved how we ended it with a strong question to end it. Really got the world lit the world afire. But the bad boy Burn Podcast, I know you were there with me on this one. He was a close personal friend of yours. What did you think of this week's show?
I thought it was great, and actually re-listening to the end of that episode and the fact that you had your Facebook conversation from 11 years ago, and he gave kind of the same answer, was like, that's why I've been friends with this dude forever. He's been the same dude from the second I knew him, and I knew it was going to be a good show, but that was a real nice capper on the cake.
Hey, man, I learned from you pulling out a base hit out of here. You know what I'm saying?
All day, every day.
You know it. Jalen Dub, I know you were there when we recorded it, but what were your thoughts on this week's show?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I always have a good time.
Yeah, it was a fun show. It's fun when it's like, you know, I feel like we all are like the blue collar, like what Chip said last week on the Weekend Poppin' last week, which is available on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. But he did say how all us guys that grew up in boroughs and things like that, we do have like a connection. And I felt Dan just sunk right in. You know, he's the youngest of 5 boys. You know, he's got a big Irish Catholic, you know, log for a head. So yeah,
Matty, I can't stress enough to you, like every single one of the Gallaghers, they have a head like a toaster. And I'm not talking like a small toaster. I'm talking like 4 pieces of bread and a bagel. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like they have one of those big restaurant guys.
Yeah.
They're just big square-headed dudes.
Man,
handsome fellas.
Yeah.
In fact, now that I'm looking at this camera, you could be a cousin.
Yo,
based on that dome.
This head is like a log, my man. You are not kidding. You are not kidding, sir.
Did you all have like big heads when you were babies?
Yeah.
It's like a thing in my family, and I accidentally offended one of my cousins saying it. I was like, oh my God, he's got like such a big head. He's so cute.
My mom had me at
I was like, we all did.
My mom had me at 21 alone, and she said when I was handed it to her, I was like long and like still kind of purplish, and she literally to herself was like, what is this?
What's happening?
She's like,
this isn't what babies look like.
Yeah.
I was so big they broke my collarbone trying to get me out. I just held on. I'm like, no, it's warm in here. I'm not getting out of here.
You broke your mother's collarbone.
Yo,
you're like, I just installed cable. Why am I getting out? Yeah,
that's crazy, Pete. My middle brother, me and Pulaski are kind of like slender built. If we well, he is. I like beers, but my brother Mike's real broad. He was in the same boat. They almost had to break his. They pretty much had to break his collarbone to get him out.
Yeah. You know, it's warm in there. You're born in the
winter. Happens. It happens.
It's you know how cold it is out there? No way.
And as soon as they take you out, they smack you. It's like, you know, who wants that?
Well,
right?
I'm not against that. You know.
Oh, don't we know the party boys?
You're already naked.
Yeah. But so D, what did you think of this week's episode?
I thought it was great. It was definitely an interesting one.
Yeah,
for sure. You're getting your pipeline for the people you're getting on the shows is getting better and better. I haven't noticed that.
Thank you. Appreciate
Love
that.
it.
Well, that's one thing we do say. We do judge the level of the show by the people that we do have on. And it, you know, I am happy with it has been pretty good. And like, dude, they're like, I mean, just to let everybody know, we have booked another roundtable, right? Not an end-of roundtable, a different type of roundtable, but I want to just keep booking roundtables. Would love to do a Roxborough roundtable if possible, which would be...
What would that look like?
Oh, baby.
I got Chuck in the backyard. He's ready to go.
Dude, if we got Chucky on the show, talk about...
Isn't Chucky a fan? We could get Chucky on the
he's
show.
a fan. Yeah, he's a fan and he's a neighbor.
And he's the best. Love Chuck. Big fan of the show. Listener to the show. Big fan of Chuck.
Love Chucky.
He's the man. But yeah, no, when there was a part on the episode this week where Dan was saying that at Villanova, he's like Burberry. That was like, you know, gang colors at Villanova, you know, and he was like, yeah, I didn't know what Burberry was. I asked him, what are these tan plaid things everybody's wearing? Yeah. So, yep, just going to show you. But either way, Party Boy Pete, what did you think about this week's show?
I got to be honest, Matt. When you asked me to do this, you told me it was Friday, and I just took my last final an hour ago, so I'm behind on the podcast. I haven't gotten to listen to it. But I love the comedian Gallagher, so if there's anything like that watermelon smashing son of a bitch,
same dude.
I know I'm going to love
same vibe.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
Pete, can we just do that again and just lie? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Justin, Diana, and Steve all haven't seen it either.
That's a good joke.
Pete, no peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
All right.
Why do you ask
I like
us?
my Gallagher joke. I don't know.
Because if the listeners didn't listen for some reason and they hear everyone say how good it was, then they could be intrigued
with zero context. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so interesting. It's very different.
Yep.
You want me to drop my Gallagher joke?
He's not up on my screen. I just hear you go, yeah, so what do you think of the show? And I hear like, it was great.
I was gonna bring up Quaker Town, which wasn't in that episode.
No, it wasn't.
I was seconds away from being like, oh yeah, we talked about the Q Mart. It was dope. Then Montana West.
That's next week.
And J-Dub was on the episode. Was on the episode.
I remember
sure what happened.
He recorded a lot of weed like me.
Yeah.
We recorded this like not even 3 weeks ago.
And you ask every time, and it blindsides me every time. Like it's like I forget. You can forget.
You can hear it in your voice.
God damn
Yeah,
it!
like, so
Now I'm like,
I assumed that Cavett and Diana hadn't listened.
Yeah, just so you guys know,
I was part of the popping long enough to know the generic response. Like, oh yeah, just a great, interesting guy.
Well, that's what I was. So Steve, I just started doing this, probably like a dozen shows ago. But as an avid listener, it's not that secret. You guys have not listened to the podcast.
So
it's not as secret as you think it is.
Didn't you think we'd be safe if I left this in?
Yeah, I think you should. It's funny.
Why not? It is pretty fucking funny.
This is the celebration.
Justin, what were you gonna say?
That you send me clips of my own show and I watch them and I'm like, I said that? Am I on this show?
Yeah, which is the Lowlife Podcast, which is available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube. It's a member of 4th Street
And he looked at
Productions.
the strength of his edibles. He's like, maybe I was on that one.
I had the bullet in the show send me some clips, and I'm like, dog, I don't watch my own shit. Don't send me yours.
I rely on Pete. That's how this is always going. Pete gives the brief synopsis in his how he enjoyed the show. I'm like, okay.
But I'll be honest, Matt, the clips are fantastic to get up to date with what's going on. These clips are fantastic. You do a great job with that. I'm being dead honest.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, and I'll tell you this, Steve. You have come such a long way, my man. Not only are you liking the clips,
you like that? You
comment in the clips, and then you like the comments that you leave.
I like my own.
Hell yeah, Steve.
You can do that. I don't even know I'm doing that. Wait. Am I liking my own comments like an asshole?
Steve, don't stop.
I thought it was you. It might be somebody else. But please start. Yeah, dude, like everything.
I don't give a fuck. I hit all the buttons.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
Dude,
I hit them all.
He's tagged in clips now. It's like he's so, yeah, it's pretty incredible to see what's happening.
I know. I feel good about it. It's
almost like you're pushing 50 episodes.
Yeah, almost.
And I just figured out this fucking internet thing.
So, Steve,
I had to check out the clip, and Steve heard clip, and he's like, "I like that. I like clip."
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah, Steve. Should I even ask? What'd you think of this week's show?
Yo, so for real, obviously, I'm gonna be honest. It being Burns' bull, he's gonna be the man, right? Because Burns' a great guy, and like they said, it is like boroughs are like. Outside of a city, a borough that, like you said before, it's just so many houses packed on top of each other. It's a lot of people that don't have money. So the house, even if you do have your own house, it's 2 feet from another fucking house. Yeah. You have no fucking yard. My backyard was a goddamn driveway. I grew up in the fucking apartment. So you can, but there's so many people on top of each other. People will learn how to deal with each other. There's like a camaraderie and a comfortable. People aren't as socially awkward. There's it's like a whole thing. So
where's he from?
North Wales. Dan is from 44. Bern and Dan grew up in 44.
Yeah, out by Scranton,
Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a great town. Great
Hell
town.
Yeah.
So nice. So now that we got that out of the way,
thanks for listening, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, these good questions. Fire them out.
What are you saying?
We even said they grew up together like 2 minutes ago. But
we almost met. We almost met. You and I almost met at the
Mario Kart.
The challenge at the Mario Kart challenge. At one point we were sitting next to each other at a table, but you were very intense and you had a lot of stuff to do. And I was like, I don't know if I want to say hi to Dee.
I didn't want to be there.
Of hers.
I didn't want to be there.
Wow.
Not
because of the podcast. I wanted to be there for the podcast. It's just grand. It started working me.
Yeah, I said you were intense. I mean, I just saw. I was like, oh, that's Dee, and I was like, oh, I'll catch her later.
Yeah,
she's rocking that resting.
You were very focused. You were very focused.
So that face it means there's like one or two people in there that I don't want to be anywhere near. That's what that is. That's my Graham's anxiety.
Now she's on that Mighty Mouse.
That's how it always is. Dude, some dude walked up to me and can you cut stuff out? Are you still editing shit?
Yeah.
Are we even recording right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you
Let's
should
go,
play
Dave.
this or not, but like
Let's go, Dave.
at the bar, this like random dude walked up to me and he shook my hand and like got really close to my face and was like, I love your work. And I just was like, on what? Like on the podcast, dude? Like I was like,
I bet you that was Dave Witt.
It's not a fucking OnlyFans.
Yo, let's go, Davey.
Then we're leaving it in.
Yo, shooter suit. Let's go, Davey.
No, Dave. Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, price of fame, Diana. Get used to it.
Listen to me, Diana. Listen to me, Diana. That man approaches you again, and you start bowing to that man, right?
He's a good one. He's
Dave Witt. Which one was he? Did I meet him?
Wait. Let me pull the picture up, and then you can tell me if it was him or not.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I thought it might have been the Instagram guy, the one who wanted to see me in a bathing suit. I was like, he showed up at Graham's.
He only knows dudes based off of dick pics. She gets enough that it's just like she can match up a dick pic.
I don't like dick pics. You don't even listen. You're making fun of me for. I like the gray sweatpants.
Yeah, listen,
I like the mystery.
Like the mystery.
Was it this guy right here?
No, it was not.
Wait, yes,
the dude on the left.
Yeah.
No, the other one's Pete.
Yeah, the other one's me.
That was my drilling partner for years. Fall back.
Yeah. I love Whit.
He texted me afterwards because I couldn't make it. I had to end up like in the hospital. But Whit's like, he's like, I tried to introduce myself to Diana. I don't think she liked me very much.
She doesn't like anybody.
Dave.
That's the
it
thing.
was just I don't. But it was just a lot.
Yeah, Pete,
just work on your approach, Dave Witt. That's all.
Pete, are we cool to talk about why you weren't there? Because that was pretty scary, huh?
Wait, also, it sounds like Dave Witt has a shot. Just sounds like Dave Witt has a shot, right?
Hold on. Not only does Dave have a nice shot, shooters shoot, and Dave shoot.
I mean, listen, Dee said work on your approach. Listen to people when they tell you the truth. You know what I mean?
That doesn't mean come back and do it again. That's not what I mean.
But it means like if you're gonna be better.
That'll be done. But so either way, right?
So should we start? Should we start the episode?
Yeah. How about it? So like we said, available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube is the Dan Gallagher episode. Really great show. Pete, Diana, J-Dub, Steve. I suggest you guys all check it out. It's really good.
It's available on all podcast platforms and YouTube.
Steve, fucking
I'll put my hand there. You can hear that.
Yeah. So all right.
Gallagher's on Shameless, so I'll check it out.
Hey, love it. Nice. You're just shouting out every Gallagher you can think of. You a big fan of Oasis too?
No, not really. I think that's kind of a racist comment.
Fuck you, Matt.
How do you feel about the dad from the OC with those big eyebrows?
Whoa.
It's a Peter Gallagher, right?
You want to see me smash some fruit?
Yeah.
Text lives and videotapes Peter Gallagher. He gets it in.
He sure does.
Yeah,
sure does.
So okay, so yeah, like we said, available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube. At Work Perspectives Podcast, a Dan Gallagher episode. Watch him smash some watermelons. Next week on the show, we have another Henzo Gracie PA Academy gym legend, Chad Kilhefner. Let me tell you, it's a pretty good one. This guy, he's got a great story. We do have some before and after.
There he is.
Oh man,
is this still a thing? It's been.
Oh man.
It's 100.
It's
been a while.
We have to have everybody.
What's up, boss?
Tom,
you're not going to believe what happened in your bar.
On.
Here I am, Lord.
Tom, what do you think of the last podcast?
The last podcast?
Yeah.
The one that just happened?
Yeah.
The Dan Gallagher podcast that aired yesterday.
Yeah.
Thought it could have been better.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Honest opinion. At least they watched it, huh, guys?
Why? Why?
What do you
Can
got there?
elaborate on
Shapes
that,
of hops
Thomas?
to come?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The drunk
Yeah,
alcoholic. Knowing
Wow.
that by a
Alcohol-
fucking split second. Do you work at a bar?
Alcoholics go to
son?
meetings, Tom. Alcoholics go to meetings, and I'm a
Yep.
owner.
Quitters go to
All right.
fucking meetings.
Wow.
He
It
done
is.
quit.
Yeah, that's the truth. All
I'm
heart,
too
that guy.
legit to quit.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. So yeah, so like we said, available now, Dan Gallagher. Next week we have the Chad Kilhefner episode, a buddy of mine from the Henzo Gracie PA Academy in Hatfield. Really good story. He's lost, like we do have some before and after pics for it. He's lost like 80 pounds since going to the gym, completely transformed his life around. He started this like Thick Fit USA venture and really just like doing really good things, really spreading a lot of positivity. Has a great story. We do share some more dental bill stories, so get ready for that. But yeah, so let's keep it moving because we got a lot to talk about. So for everybody listening and for anyone that can count, right? If you look, it says it says that, you know, including this episode, it says that we'll have 99 episodes. But I want to tell everybody this. The reason we're celebrating 100 is because we're honoring the ghost episode. It was a weekend poppin' featuring my cousin Brianna where I forgot to hit record.
Absolutely, personally, my favorite fucking episode ever by far, not even close.
That
And you
makes-
fucking
actually-
lost it. I
actually-
hate you. I fucking quit.
Counting the Brianna episode, Steve, that's 45 episodes we've done together. Wow.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck about the other 44. I cared about that one.
Right.
You fucked it up.
Yep. So
All right.
Colt 45.
including the episode I forgot to hit record, we will be at episode 100. So, and then also, you know, if we're still around next Tuesday with Chad Kilhefner, that'll be also episode 100 on the books. But whatever, you know, in our hearts, we know the one that was forgotten won't be forgotten. You know,
The one that got away.
Yeah, the one that got away.
The one
it.
that
The
got
lost-
away.
The
Yeah,
lost
the
tape.
one
Yeah,
where
the one
where
that got
love
away, I
almost
like that.
blossomed. Yeah.
Love almost
hell yeah.
blossomed. Salsa love.
That describes
Salsa
pretty much
dance.
every episode.
Yeah.
Now, out of that episode, did her inspirational episode 2 make me sign up for all this salsa shit all over my phone on the intranet? So I see these broads doing the hip shaking at like the fucking Waterworks in the middle of the city over the river. It's all romantic and shit. Now, have I gone to a couple of those? No. Why? Because I'm a fucking asshole. But it's on my list, and I thank your cousin for that. This is a great moment of my life.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I think I found my real calling.
spreading
It's a
positivity.
new lane.
We are,
New lane.
dude. The offer's still out there, and I've put it out there online. $1,000 to the winner of Steve's Salsa Tinder, right? If you want to be on,
J-Dub's trying to sign up right now.
if you want to be on Salsa Tinder
$1,000.
and you
Steve,
win,
can I win?
I mean, it's up to Steve. Steve,
I'll split it with you, brother.
Tom's in.
50-50.
Tom's in.
50-50.
right? Well, I mean,
We each get 500.
the winner will. So the winner will be. I mean, well, I don't want to give it away, but I was gonna say you could either win $1,000 or go on
Or
a date
a
with
honeymoon.
Steve. See what happens.
Or 7 minutes in a closet with Steve.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
7
that's
minutes.
way more than
The world
$1,000
record
bucks.
holder, this guy.
Yeah.
Come on.
And here comes
Yeah, what
the
are they gonna do with the other 6
FBI,
minutes and 30
everybody.
seconds?
Here comes the FBI.
So, all right. So let's keep it moving. So, like I said, this is episode 100, including the ghost episode. So, I wanted to do a little nostalgia, talk about some things. So, D, I'm going to kick it to you first. If you could, can you please remiss us with your favorite memory from the first 100 episodes of the Working Perspectives podcast, including the Working Perspectives podcast Weekend Poppin'? Go ahead.
Definitely, hands down, the episode that Thomas crashed.
That
That was
Boom!
like-
Everyone's favorite
I-
episode, motherfucker.
I
Wait.
was listening to it.
the one
Piece
with
of shit.
Well,
The-
to be fair, I've only listened to like 6 altogether.
Oh, fuck.
But I was listening.
What?
More than anyone
Dude,
else.
Wait,
You hold the
what?
record.
God
No way.
damn it,
I can
dude.
count. I can name the ones that I've listened to. Yeah, I just don't. I can't listen to podcasts anymore all the
Right.
time.
Real nice.
But
She's on
I
the
did
show.
listen. I tried listening. Yeah. And like that one I was driving when I was listening. It was on my way into
Thanks
work.
for
I was
fucking trying,
fucking
okay?
dying. I do try.
so
Try.
you're
Tom,
referring.
you missed what Diana did to our number one fan of the show. Apparently,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
you gotta
number
cut
one
it out.
fan.
I
Mario
didn't know
Kart.
that was like a thing. Cut it out then.
apparently, Whit tried to introduce himself to Diane, and she cold shouldered him like he was a creep.
You
Hey,
wouldn't be
Will,
wrong.
I'm sorry.
She ain't
You
wrong.
got
Will,
your
cut
bar,
this
Tom,
out.
and your
Cut
bar.
this out. But it was fucking creepy. I'm not gonna say, you know what I mean? You're acting like this is something I should have just accepted.
This is all staying in. Just an FYI.
Yeah,
It's
cut it
all
out.
staying in.
I love Wit, but
I love
to
him.
say he's not creepy, come on.
I mean, we'll have to ask Whit how he would describe himself. But either
Just
way,
cut it out.
I
I don't
think
want
he's
he
a
might
good
have
to.
said
winner.
it
I don't want to
professionally,
shit
like,
on anybody.
I mean, I've begged Whit to be a guest on the show.
yeah,
but,
so have I.
Yeah. So Diana,
I was promised ice cream cake.
So anyway,
Yo.
but my favorite part of that episode was what's it called? It was
the
what
music.
the hell was her
Somebody like
name?
introduced herself
No,
themselves really nicely,
Fine.
and this chick just shut him down for no reason. That was a great part
Yo,
of
I
the episode.
can't breathe, yo.
dude,
Oh my
cut
God.
it out. Cut it out of this. Edit it out. I don't consent of any of it. Cut it
Tell
out.
Dave
Yeah.
Diana's address.
Now you
Now I feel bad.
Tell Dave
Now I
Diana's
feel
address.
bad.
Yeah, let's give Dave Diana's number.
I can't breathe. I can't fucking.
Matt, he'll
feel
pay
bad.
you $1,000 for it. Then you can pay for Steve Salsa dance.
Yeah.
All right, that'll definitely have to be cut. But we have to leave in some of the Dave stuff. It's too good. But D,
my
so
God.
what were you saying? What was
I
your
love you,
favorite
Dave.
part?
Dave, I love
Who was the
Oh my
Bob-
I
God.
cannot believe
Bob
I'm blanking on her
Quinn?
name. Yeah.
you. Oh,
But
yeah.
what was the voice? Why can't I think of it?
Oh, Bonnie Tyler? I
It
need
was
to hear
not
The
Bonnie
voice.
Tyler.
P-triple-A,
That's
you
one
dummy.
thing.
Oh,
Listen, you want to say
Cheryl
Cheryl
from the
Cheryl,
P-triple-A.
yes. Cheryl was the best part, and I have to say, Thomas, your song choice was fucking terrible. I'm like listening to it, and all I'm thinking is like, who like is listening to Flashdance on the
Who's-
reg? Like,
who's
who picks
soundbar?
Hero?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a
Hero.
minute.
Yeah,
Wait,
That's
Cheryl-
me and Matt.
Hero.
Me and Matt have that song. That's between me and Matt. All right.
You
and
both? You
the
but
boots
so
to
more than-
match. That's
Yeah.
all I got
So
to
that
say.
was a
yeah.
And the boots
brainstorm
to match.
session, and you guys landed on
No.
Hero.
No,
Is that what you're telling me?
So here, a little
The
backstory.
show needed a hero, and there I was.
A little backstory,
Nope.
right? Here's how it goes. Okay. So I'll give you, so the story we told is that Shake wanted out of the show, right? And Tom and Shake had a thing that Shake,
Not
so
true.
there was, the way the show is brought up, the partnership deal is that we each had 49% ownership of the show with 2% going into the LLC, right? So what had happened is Shake had sold his 49% and then gave it ownership of the 2% of the LLC to Tom, right? And then Tom came on the show, right? And that's when he had said he bought the rights to the show. I had no idea that had been done, right? Zero idea. It had all been done behind my back. That was a 100% genuine response for me. I had no go. We at the time we
Beautiful.
were recording on Zencaster, which is fucking.
Oh
not like-
God, I wish I could have seen your face.
I
I
wish we
could have
had.
seen your
I
stupid
really do
face.
wish we had video of it because I
Matty.
was legit fucking hot. I was.
Oh, by
Matty.
the way,
Maddie, I had a conversation with Tom. I was in a supermarket with my headphones on, and Tom was like, "Hey, listen, I'm trying to do something here. Here's like, there's a lot of 44 guys coming on the show soon, like Murph and Pulaski." So I called him and I was like, "Listen, find a way to just like bring up Tom.
bring up my name.
Like, how's your family doing, man? You know, like, how are the brothers? How are they doing? Like, that was
He was
early
great.
on. Yeah, how's Tom? He's great. So I did plant that seed for both Murph and Pulaski, I believe,
Yeah.
to just be like, just mention,
And they did
mention the
both-
bros.
They did both.
They both
bring
did.
It up. Yep, they
Yeah.
did.
How's your brother doing?
They did. They both asked, like, what's the deal? When's Tom going to be on the show? I think that was Murph's exact words. And I said, and this is also true, that it wasn't me. It was the PAAA. And we found out later that Cheryl was part of some backdoor deals and had to be replaced by Eugene, who did great when we did the videos and all that. So yeah,
Can I
the
say
road to
something
Rainbow
real
Road.
quick?
Please.
When Matt says this is also true, that means it's not true at all. it's not true at all. Whatever he
That's
says.
That's the telltale sign he's about to lie.
Yeah, that's it. This is true means it's not true. So any story.
Speculate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Take it as you will. But
Like when he says he's not wearing a tablecloth, that's not true. He is wearing a tablecloth.
Oh shit.
Right. Okay. So
Sorry, Matt.
let's keep it moving. Steve, what is your background?
Just figured out I could do background.
Are we bird watching now?
Bird watch.
Yeah, what the
Gray
fuck? Come on.
sweatpants? Gray
Is that a
sweatpants?
jogging? What is happening? Get his nuts out of my face. What's
I
happening
love
here?
it. I didn't know I could do
Who is that?
that.
Out of
His
here.
nuts
Yo,
are
die,
legit
die.
on your
Reach
foot.
up,
One little
put them on your
fucking
chin.
D, did you search? Did you search gray sweatpants or bird watching? Because I feel like either one of them, that would have
I
been the
have
first
coined
picture that
the
showed up.
term bird watching. That is
Yeah,
my
you sure have.
They hit.
But I think it's real.
That's
Now.
she's getting into crypto. That's her NFT.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be how I'm fucking TikTok famous. I'm gonna.
Dude, I
we
wanna
should
start
create a.
buying
We need to do a bird watching.
You want to start buying
Be
NFTs?
happy to produce that for you, D.
Yeah, I do.
Have
but-
fun with that.
Yeah. So okay, so let's keep it moving. So D, your favorite part of the show thus far was the Bob Quinn episode where Tom came on
Stop
and
it.
hijacked the podcast.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yep. And
Yep.
then Cheryl came on and from the
Cheryl.
PAAA.
Cheryl. Excuse me. Cheryl was the best part of that. That was my
Cheryl-
favorite part.
Cheryl from the
of the whole
PAAA was a
Such a
Cheryl.
hater guy.
It was
Liar.
the fight in between you and
Liar.
Cheryl. That was amazing.
Yeah.
No, you wanted to shut up with your ego. You wanted to be all about you. It was about Cheryl. That was my favorite part.
Cheryl stole the show.
My
And-
episode.
as well as you.
Oh
Gigi.
yeah, she's like screaming at you in the
Oh,
accent.
yeah,
It
you
was
think
amazing.
so? Oh, you think so?
Yo,
Oh,
that
yeah?
threw me off guard. I was like, where the fuck? Who is this?
Because there was
like,
no
oh, the-
video either. So it's like,
But
yeah.
what are the odds that Cheryl was supposed to be there that night too? That's
Yeah.
So
pretty.
wait, did you know
another
that
true
Cheryl
story.
Was gonna be
no
there?
clue Cheryl.
So
was
you
showing up.
just jumped in, and
Tom-
then this voice comes out of
and I'm
nowhere.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, where I'm in the middle of yelling at him. I was like, well, I got Cheryl on the phone, you know, and then
And then how did Bob know? Bob knew just to go right in.
what do you mean?
He just improvised.
Cheryl knew at that point just to go right in.
Oh yeah, Cheryl. You know, she was. I mean, Cheryl had been abreast of the situation, being an avid member of the PAAA. I'd spoken to her several times in regards to this issue, trying to get you booked on the show. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. It wasn't me. It was the PAAA is why you couldn't be booked on the show. No, you couldn't get approval. I mean, it's the Podcast Approval Association of America, and, you know, they're there for a reason. So either way, let's keep it moving. D, great shout. Great shout. Party Boy, we're going to kick it to you, my man. So out of the 100, Steve, that does nothing.
What, you hear that
Let
shit?
me.
Yeah, we hear every
Steve's taking it so he
cough,
can
we
hear it.
every burp.
Damn.
Steve,
He
Steve, give
covers
it a
his
little.
eye. He covers his eyes. Takes out his dick. Like they can't see it now.
Listen,
Steve,
it's a fucking another foot away,
graph.
yo.
Go get in this. Shut up and go get in the squeaky chair.
Yeah, fist that little speaker for a
Shut
second.
up,
Give it
D.
a little squeeze. Give it a little squeeze.
Like the fucking dog growling in the back like
He
it's
plugs
gonna
his
do
ears
something.
farts. Like no one heard that.
So
Oh fuck, my
Yeah.
bad, my bad.
that's all right.
I smoke a lot of weed. My fucking throat hurts. All right, I was just pulling on an L. Like chill.
Everybody,
Matty, you
everybody
fuck.
gets it.
You can say it right. Like this will be. You will never spend more time editing any podcast you've done in the first
You
99
never usually
podcasts,
I'm
right?
whoa, D. I edit all of them, right? There's a ton of stuff cut out. I wish
I have
we had
lots of stuff.
I
want cut
wish
out of
we
this
had
one.
the cutting room floor stuff.
Right? Yo, that'd be wild.
Oh, dude, remember the fucking argument that I had to cut out of here about Dennis Rodman being on Nitro? That 30-minute argument that we had.
I'm so
That was
sad.
on Nitro. What was the argument?
I'm
No,
so upset I didn't hear that. No, what I'm saying is though,
No, we're
I'm
not
very
bringing it
upset
back
I
up.
didn't hear that. No, Dennis
I'm
Rodman
out.
versus Karl Malone.
We're not bringing
Right?
it back up. I'm not
Yeah.
having it.
Okay, well, I
Keep
didn't get to
going,
hear
Vern.
it,
Yeah,
so-
you were saying.
Yeah, I was
No.
saying Dennis Rodman. Listen, Steve, can you call me
Rodman
tomorrow
over
and tell
Malone
me
any
about this
day.
argument?
Rodman over Malone. Yeah.
So either way, Pete, what was your favorite part of the show thus far?
Arguing in the middle of the show.
Pete, go ahead.
It was. obviously Nick Galante reading Matt Lavelle's love letter to him.
Oh, that was
That was great.
And Matt had
So,
to cut out all the gay shit. It was
the-
wild.
We had to
The
cut
stream
out.
of consciousness of 19-year-old Matt, like just like going off about
Dude.
his love life, how like he
Yeah. Pete was so me and Pete were obviously on that recording.
I did listen to that, Matt. All
I
those
listened to that one.
episodes.
That was a
too.
great one.
All those. I listened to all Nick's. Yeah.
But Pete was on that one, and Pete got to hear the letter unedited.
you didn't edit much out. I couldn't believe what you like go through. I'm like, this person, like the person you were talking about was a guest like a week before on the show.
Yeah, edit that out. Hell yeah.
I'm so mad at Pete. I'm so mad at Pete. I thought I had that one in the holster.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No. You're right.
He
You're
pulled
right.
it out.
We
It's
had
an
to,
incredible moment.
me and Pete really had to pull some strings and make that work because I was down the shore. We recorded it on a Friday night, right? And Nick is like, he's like, the way his job is, he's like, he's away. He doesn't know how long he's away, and he doesn't know how long he's back.
Yeah. You don't
So
know
it's
nothing.
like, we had to get it when we could get it. But dude, that was honestly, that's like, I think some of our best work. That was a great,
sure.
like, cause we and it was a 4-hour recording. A little side note to this, the first 25 minutes of that, old Uncle Matty forgot to hit record.
Dickhead.
Jesus
And,
Christ.
bro.
Jesus Christ.
This was like 2 weeks after the Brianna fiasco. And I remember like, I was like, cause Nick, like something happened where Nick's sound would go. So we had to like, he had to like reset and do all this. And I told Pete, I was like, dude, I forgot to hit record again. And he was like, dude, let's start over. Like, just forget it. I was like, I was distraught. I was like, God damn it. Could you imagine if we were 4 hours in and I just noticed? Like,
Look,
you know,
you
it's
didn't
almost
miss
like
the letter. As long as you got the letter, that's all.
the letter was so good. And dude, him telling us about how he got his Purple Heart,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all of that was so fucking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Also J-Dub, who's doing his own podcast with you, is now just like, I'm going to say hit record before everything I say.
Yeah.
That's
Just to
my main
make
job.
sure. Right? Like, just say sure. Like,
Yeah.
When he called me, he's like, "Can you fill in for Pete and just say hit record before the show starts?" I was like, "I can do that."
Yeah. Number one thing. Just make sure I
Gotcha.
hit record. Yeah, and the show you're talking about, Bern, it's the Lowlife Podcast. It's available on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Make sure you search for the Lowlife Podcast with the. The is important. It's a really great show. We have 4 episodes have been aired so far. Love it.
Is there?
Really good stuff.
All
You
right,
and
all
friend of the
right.
show,
Real
former
bottom
co-host
of the barrel.
Mickey Bad. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So one
Keep
of the
it real
things
low.
one of the things we love about it is that there's a lot of things we can't say on the show. There's really not much not being said on that show. I'll date it right now. So very nice. So for fuck's sake, Diana. Really?
Yeah.
This is what came up on Google Images, Matt.
Really?
Please don't ever change that. What is
That's
that?
my- That's my wedding photo.
Why is it on Google?
Dude,
Oh,
why is
That's
anything
also
on
his,
Matt's on the social media.
Why honestly, I don't think maybe it's from Facebook. Someone probably tagged us.
Probably.
on
If
Facebook.
someone posted it on social media and tagged you, it's probably on
Yeah.
Google. And you probably don't even own it.
LinkedIn.
Definitely don't. Oh, LinkedIn. Yeah, it makes sense.
That's
So
it.
all right, so let's keep it on down the road. So Pete, like you said, Nick Galante,
Frank.
the love letter, really good stuff. Awesome. So let's keep it moving. Frankie the Trash Dog, fan of the show, listener of the show. Jalen Dub, what as of now, what is your favorite moment of the Working Perspectives podcast thus far?
We record the show on Tuesdays.
Mhm.
It had only been maybe 5th or 6th episode. We hadn't had a guest who I had known previously, and I log in and it's Stubbins, Hill, and Boric all sitting there, and I was like, "Hell yeah!" I didn't know we were doing the rounds here. I was like,
And
"Fuck,
Burn.
I haven't seen him." And and Burn, that was nice. to see.
Yeah, no. Listen, that's we good. We good.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen Hill since I don't know, 10th grade. I saw Baric 3 years before that, and I see the other kid fucking all the time. But
Yes, sir.
No, it was
it was cool.
yeah. Dude, and
That
I'll
was
tell
hype.
you, that was the round table was a hit. We'll just say it. Round table was a big hit, both of them. So yeah, no, the more round tables to come. But dude, that was a blast, that episode, right? The
Yeah, I
round
was
table,
excited.
the first 5 minutes we're into it. We're in A block, and you're just like, yo, Brandon, you remember that kid that used to shit his pants all the time? Shitting his pants? I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And we all knew what I was talking about.
And I hadn't heard about that kid the second I heard it, I was like, oh my God, the kid that shit his pants.
That's
that fucking bull.
I hadn't seen Steve for years, and I started going over. I see Steve like once a week usually, and the first 3 times we hung out, that's all we did for 2 hours. Like, oh, remember that kid who used to do that? Remember the kid? Remember that girl who?
Yeah.
Go on.
Keep going.
Go
Yes.
on.
Yes.
No, it's I mean, if you would like to hear, it's available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Isn't that right? S Tooth, right? Are you and S Tooth? You and S Tooth are cool, right, Steve?
We have become one. We are friends. There's unity between me and Shit Tooth.
All
Yes.
right. Nice.
Me and
Glad
Shit
to
Tooth
hear.
in a good place. And by the way, I stopped in this establishment that I'm not going to name because I'm not airing Shit Tooth out. I might have already done it, but whatever. At this point, I'm not going to air out. I rolled in there and Shit Tooth was in an outfit where, again, Shit Tooth is bodied up. I got to give it the good job, Shit Tooth.
Yeah. It's
Shit
really
Tooth
just
bodied
like
the fuck up, yo.
it's just a
Shit
butter
Tooth
teeth
bodied the fuck
situation,
up.
right?
Shit.
No, that doesn't do it justice. I don't even want to get into it. But
Oh,
she got pretty hair too. She does her makeup.
Yo,
nice.
the mask was
Shit
the
Tooth,
mask was great for
nice.
her.
Oh,
Oh,
the mask was
she's
a
the
game
mask queen.
changer.
She was the
Came
mask
alive
queen.
during the pandemic.
She's never
Mask
taken
queen.
the mask off.
A mask.
I knew.
He's
queen.
moving
I
to Saudi
knew that there
Arabia
was
as soon as
shit-
COVID's done.
She's probably out there. She's probably out there spreading COVID just to try to keep it.
No, she's like, yeah,
as
she's
longer
like,
the
we
less
need to
can
keep
happen, the
these
better I
masks
am.
on.
Yeah.
I knew she had Shit Tooth, and I walked in when she had the mask on. I'm like, damn, I should ask this broad on a date. Then I'm like, she like pulls it down. She's like, hey, Steve. I'm like, oh shit. All right, back to reality. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit Tooth.
Shit Tooth.
Whoa! Nice.
Shit Tooth, if you listen, I love you.
Yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all?
I love
So nice. Well, let's keep moving. So, Justin, your favorite moment thus far was recording the end of Roundtable. So, Roundtable series, episode 1, the End of Saga, part 1, Boroughbreds. Yeah, great time.
Yeah.
Great time.
Yeah.
So let's keep it moving. So Benoit Poudcasse, the 44th Godfather, the 44th Faithful, the 44th Fanatic, Bernie Base Hits, Bernie Biceps. So far, what is your favorite moment of the show?
It wasn't on the show, man. Wasn't on the show. It was at Graham's Pub
Wow.
on a night
Wow.
watching 2 Titans come
Titans.
together and decide who was going to out Titan. Here's the deal. That was a great night. Everybody there was super into it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say hi to Diana, but I thought she looked very intense and focused. But then she told me recently that she was just like mad that there were 2 dudes in the bar that she didn't like.
Yeah.
But what a night, man! What a night of pageantry.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
You're
show.
welcome.
It was a
You guys
spectacle.
Dude, I gotta say,
put on a show. You guys put on a
You're
show,
welcome.
and the show
when you
was
came
good.
out,
You're welcome. And where's the video from that, Matt? Where is
I
the
have
video
it.
from
I
that?
have it. I have that video.
Oh.
And I just gotta say, when you came out with the flute, it did
mean-
not click right away
Oh,
what the
God
flute
damn
was.
it. The
So I'm like
fucking
filming you, and
flute.
I'm going, "What the fuck is he doing? Like, why is he playing? Why is he playing a recorder? What the fuck is he doing?"
Yeah.
And on
Listen.
my way home, I was like, "Oh,
So for those who weren't there and haven't seen it, this is what happened. We did.
Whoa. This is my.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
Matt.
My memory.
Hey,
chill, Matt.
Take it
my
away.
memory was, Matt.
Take it
What
away.
My memory was.
I remember
Yeah,
my
hell
first
yeah,
episode.
Burn.
Paper,
Yeah.
paper.
Tradition, Tom. I mean, listen, Tom and I have our own, relationship as well. And so when I see Matty and Tom are going to the mat, throat v throat for the rights, this hurts my feelings deep down, because I love them, I understand them, but I respect them both in their own individual way. So I was like, I have to be here for this, right? Because while the promos were great, money talks and bullshit walks. And so let's see what happens when it all comes down to it. What I was most inspired by was how many people were there who legit gave a shit about what the result was going to be. I mean, there were some Tom stands, There were some Matty Mo's. I mean, we didn't even know. I mean, there were multiple signs. There were different songs for each guy. There were chants. It was like a goddamn Champions League game. In the end, two brothers faced off and found a resolution. And the amount of people who I had never met who were there and really gave a shit about what happened, I think that's the best thing this podcast's ever done. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That was
pretty
nice.
special.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah, where's
And
the
only
fucking
one guy
video,
got
you
a cold
pussy?
shoulder.
Put it on.
over there.
Yo,
I mean, the video will air, maybe it won't.
Yeah, you're fucking. You know what?
The results are in, so it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
I have
Results
your
are in.
entrance
His-
videos, and that's
history-
the only videos that matter.
History is written by the victors, so
That's
there
right.
you go.
Listen, it was pandemonium, and being there on the scene, and Diana was there as well.
Don't edit my shit out either.
You
Okay.
you could feel it in the air, right? There was real tension in the air. It was an evening. It was what Mayweather Pacquiao was supposed to be 5 years before they fought. You know,
Yeah.
like when it actually would have mattered.
Burn. You're
gotta
a
ask.
magician with your
Yeah.
words. Keep going.
I'm just saying. That's what it
He's a
was. It was-
wordsmith.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's
James
incredible.
Joyce?
Everyone,
Is this,
burn, go.
No, I paid $100,000
Yeah.
for an English degree at Villanova, and I've paid almost none of it off. So I better be able to just vamp on a podcast.
and
for like
Joey
8
B
minutes
just said you
once a
got to
week.
pay it back.
Oh, it's all listen.
Did
every
anyone notice?
every single one of them has said you got to pay it back.
Anyone notice this
Hey, you
like
know what, dude?
right.
What's that,
weird?
dude?
Did anyone notice the like weird kind of rough group that was there that night, where the pool table used to be? Is where they were
Yeah.
sitting. Did you guys
Yeah.
notice that group of people?
What,
I
the
mean-
bikers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fucking.
Yeah, they were
so
fans of the show,
confused.
listener of the show, the pay.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
They
what
are.
do you get that fucking
They're
Dave?
fans.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole bar was fans, D. Everyone.
Joey Knuckles
Not that
and
table.
Bobby
Fucking
Bullets.
Dave
Yeah.
Whiskey. Everybody's
just making
fans.
names up. Is
The
that
fuck?
what are the
No.
bikers'
No.
names, Tom?
Cheese
Never-
grater?
Completely
Little-
Barry Moe with the gimpy leg.
Yeah,
Meat cleaver.
Snake.
Little
I don't
John-
know snake.
There was just one table
Little
of like
little
5
Jimmy
people.
Elbow.
Be nice, D. Be
I'm
fucking
not
Little
being
nice.
Jimmy
mean.
Elbows.
I'm not
They're
being
all
mean.
Can't understand.
I'm trying to laugh at
Now
them, and
you
you're not
can't
even letting me
leave.
finish.
Let her
Fuck
go.
it.
Come on, dude.
Jesus, you guys take it like it's personal against you guys. I wanted to talk shit on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christ, never
No.
mind.
Okay.
Continue, Burn.
Oh,
That's
tell us
uh,
about the
yeah.
mongoloids by the pool table.
You're just like your mother.
Yeah.
Guy.
What?
No, D, I
Just
think
like
you
your
nailed
mother.
it.
What did you just say? Kick him
That
the
wasn't
fuck
me.
out.
That was Tom. That was Tom.
Muted.
That wasn't me.
Mute him.
I've never met your mother.
Put
Don't
him
you
in the
ever
bathroom.
fucking speak to me like that?
Wow.
Yeah, listen, look.
Wow.
Yeah, I told you.
Riled up.
Just like her mother.
Wow. No.
Can I mute him? Mute him.
Dive, you know.
All right. So, okay. So let's keep it moving. So, Burn, great shout. Yeah, the live event. There'll be more live events coming down the road, but it was something special. It was honestly, I love that we had a really good build up to it. The road to Rainbow Road was fantastic. Like the whole thing was great. And it was a good, turned out really good. Honestly, just wish I
Yeah.
had merchandise there. But
People gave a shit. The people who were there gave a shit. That's all
Yeah.
you need. That's it. That's it, man.
yeah.
Cool.
Where is it?
Let's keep it on. Let's keep it on.
Somebody else
moving.
worked hard on that too.
Who?
Oh, don't
Yeah,
you
Tom, I
even
feel
start.
that.
Both these. Move on.
So let's keep it moving. So
Uh-huh.
speaking of Tom, what was your favorite moment of the show thus far?
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get a little sappy here for you. All right. My favorite moment thus far of the show is right now, this episode. I'm very proud of Matt. 100 episodes. Last year, he decided to do a show. And, I know it's not easy to do a show and to keep it going. He puts a lot of work into this. And he's gotten all of us on this show, a lot of people on it before. He books show all the time. Matt does a very good job. He works very hard at this. He sacrifices a lot. He sacrifices hanging out with his family a lot because of it,
Yeah.
but
Don't
he works
remind me.
very hard, and I'm very proud of him. So this 100th episode is my favorite. Congratulations, Matt. You've done a very
Hell
good
yeah.
job, and hopefully we'll be at the 1,000th episode soon.
Hey, hopefully. No, we're I appreciate that. Thank you. But it's a team
Shut the
effort.
fuck up.
It's very much a team effort. We ride together, fam, on this show. Always. But no.
Yeah, but
thank
we
you.
don't show the episode for fucking Mario Kart, which everyone wants to see.
No one's asked about it. I think all the people want to see it were
Two
there.
episodes. How many people do you have a favorite episode? 2 out of 4. My name has been involved. Can I get my fucking episode on there?
Once it's flowers.
I mean,
J-Dub?
talk to
You
the
know, I'm also reminded of the
PAAA.
time that Tom showed up at my house with fire.
Yeah, that was going to be another one.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
Sandwiches.
By the way, Pete, I
Sandwiches.
just want you to know I had nothing to fucking do with any of that.
We-
all right?
oh,
No,
No,
I
I
know.
know.
we
You
all
said
know-
it. You looked at my
Yeah.
property.
I had
Yeah.
nothing to fucking
Yeah.
do with any of that, right?
Steve,
I did it.
before you say that, you got to say, this is completely the truth.
Completely.
I had
Exactly.
nothing to do with that.
I was
Hold on.
just going to say. I think
Matt.
we found the Trojan horse here with.
Cut
Just
that.
so you know, I had nothing to do with the thing I 1,000,000% had everything to do with.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So no, yeah.
I'm not hard to track down.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
And I
public
didn't
record.
really do shit.
It's public
Trust me,
record.
Pete, he came to me and was like, "You think you know where he lives?" And I'm like, "I got no fucking idea, dude. I don't even know who to ask." And he was like, "Fuck, I'll figure it out."
You're just lucky you weren't outside, motherfucker.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
He's
I
like,
had
Danny, do you know
fireworks
where
set up
Pete
for days. I was going to blast the shit out of you.
Hell
He
yeah.
asked me,
Wow.
do you know where Pete
You
lives?
think
I'm like, I
I'm
don't
going to be
know
outside
Pete.
in the summer? I have air conditioning.
You
bitch.
showed
I'm
you
not
had like
going
4
outside in
episodes in a row outside.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, but that was when I was smoking weed.
Oh, just stop.
Oh.
Yeah, I
That
stopped
brings
smoking
his
weed.
Oh, well,
temperature
that-
down.
No, guys, everybody, that explains it, right? That
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
Pete,
move. We'll
respect.
move
This guy-
forward.
Pete's supposed to be like this food guy. I bring over, first of all, there's a deli in Roxborough that's the best
I'm a
deli in
food- I'm not a
Roxborough.
food
I
Vinny,
bring
Vinny
over a
Traveline,
hoagie.
former guest of the show, friend of the show. Vinny Traveline.
Yeah,
Vinny
Available
Ravioli.
on all
ravioli.
podcast platforms.
Yep.
Vinny
And you do it.
Ravioli.
Works
And he
show.
used to work at TNF, and TNF has just bomb
He still works at
sandwiches.
TNF.
He still works there.
TNF
still works
does
at
have bomb
TNF.
sandwiches.
TNF is
Still
great.
works at TNF. They have bomb sandwiches. Thomas brought a bomb sandwich over to Pete.
Pete does not eat a sandwich with vegetables on it. If there's
or
lettuce,
or condiments.
tomato,
I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like oil.
it's meat and cheese only.
Plain meat,
On the roll,
Pete.
yeah.
Chaos.
Plain meat.
Plain meat
Pete.
Pete.
Plain meat, Pete.
Yeah. Look,
And I
don't need
respect
any-
it, Pete.
Yeah.
That way,
I
I don't
respect
think
it.
ismed on
That's
it or not.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah, no
chaos.
oil. I mean, I get the mayo thing. I'm not a mayo guy, but
Pete,
little
what do you mean?
Fuck out of here.
something, something to
Bread,
get the
meat,
get the
and
bread a
cheese.
little wet.
That's it.
You know,
Yeah,
give me a little oil
just
and
get
vin.
rare roast
Oil
beef
and
with
vinegar.
American. Or
Yeah.
if I'm doing like a poultry, I'll just do bread and poultry because I don't like cheese with poultry. To tell
Bread
you.
and poultry. Who says poultry?
Yeah, what the
Poultry.
fuck
Jerk
is that,
off.
Pete? I was about to
Because
go.
it could be,
Where did
it
you
could
grow
be
up?
barbecue chicken. It could be
I like
mesquite barbecue
poultry and
chicken.
vegetables.
If I'm dining on fowl, I don't have condiments.
Can I have
Sometimes
the
he just
poultry,
likes
please?
his. Sometimes he just likes his quail on a Kaiser, you know.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
actually had quail
Fuck.
2 weeks ago. I had quail for dinner at a
Oh.
restaurant.
Can I
Quail
have
and
a
nothing else.
cacciatore?
No, there was a lot of other stuff, but quail was like the appetizer.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
um
yeah, what
what do you eat on your pizza?
What a bunch of jerk offs
extra
all
cheese,
yelling at
just
each other on
extra
a
cheese.
Wednesday
Just
night.
you eat
It's
pizza plain
incredible.
too?
Yeah, just
For the 100th
extra,
time.
Well, extra cheese, obviously.
For the 100th time.
Yeah.
Nice. So,
Can I
okay.
get a
J-Dub.
poultry, poultry
Yeah.
chicken parm? Poultry parm.
Poultry farm.
farm.
Poultry, yeah.
So,
I don't want to discriminate. I like turkey. I like
the
chicken. I
poultry
like
buffalo
all
Pete.
kinds.
cheesesteak.
Poultry Pete.
Take a flightless bird on a long roll, please. No, no, nothing else. All
so
feathers.
yeah. Oh yeah. Love it. So let's keep
Love
it
it.
moving. So Strong Stem, it's been 45 of these that we've done together. You've been here since last March was your first time on the show. And you've only, I mean, you've been involved, we'll say, with every show since then. You've been on the Tuesday show, you've been on the Pop In, you've been my ride or die with this, man. I can't thank you enough. We've seen so much. There's been so many people that have helped with this, Steve. But I'll tell you, one person that I can always count on to show up and fucking do the damn thing is you, buddy. And I can't thank you enough. What is your favorite moment thus far on the show?
So I think, right, technically, I've been on, you just said all that fucking nice shit, like I'm a good person or something. I don't fucking know. But
right.
you say all this shit, right? So I feel like now it got me, like, I feel like I get two, right? I'm picking two moments, right?
Two.
Yep.
Two.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
So the first
Brianna.
the first one I'm gonna pull the Band-Aid off quick. The lost episode where your cousin hit on me hard as shit. Clear as day.
God
and anyway,
damn it.
by the way, I love you, Brianna. You're the best. Wherever you are, I love you. Fan of the show, I love her. You can tell her. It's
check
all
out
good.
Reurban It. She's on Instagram.
Hell
Reurban
yeah.
It. Fan
Please
of the show.
do.
Listen to the show.
Yep. Great businesswoman, smart girl, beautiful, knows exactly what she wants, can dance, all this.
Never
I'm sorry.
gonna
Anyway,
Her
So that was fun, right?
her dad's murdered people.
I
FYI.
know. You told me.
Just FYI. He's
hey,
legit murdered people. Just to let
Hey,
you
Matt.
know.
Hey, Matt, just to let you know, I'm a risk-taking type of guy.
Yeah, maybe that's why. So what? Hey, maybe that's why it'll work.
I'm not doing it. I'll figure it out. So what?
Yeah.
I died doing something I loved. It's okay. I'm all
Are
right
you
with that.
pawning off our cousin?
Anyway.
I don't think. I mean, good luck, Steve.
Listen,
Okay.
And then my second, this is really my favorite moment. That was a heartfelt one, and now it's lost forever, and I have no proof of it, which is fucking. I hate you for that, and I quit. So
Yep.
I
I saw
quit.
it, Steve.
Number
I'm a witness.
65. The times you
Yep.
quit.
Yeah, he quits. And so before I quit, I want to let you know that you and your brother, I know you guys real well,
Yeah.
and again, good job. You're doing great with all this. I don't know how
Appreciate
to fucking
it.
do it. So I can
We're a
barely
team.
lock the fuck on. I
Hey.
did learn how to light shit, which is cool.
You did? You've really grown?
Yeah, it took a while, but I figured it out. And you two, your dad, we talked about him. We know you guys are, you guys came from a fucking ranger, right? Your dad's a fucking stud.
Yeah.
And one of your best friends is a stud. One of my favorite episodes, right?
Yeah.
One of your really good friends. And Nick, great guy, stud.
Yeah.
You fucking asked him if they train parachuting, shooting people while they parachute down. I wanted to fucking punch through the goddamn phone when I heard you say that. How the fuck, what movies are you watching? Or who was your father to ask, did you guys train parachuting, shooting at people while you came down?
Hey, I mean, yeah, I guess that was a bad question, but
What the fuck, Matt?
I thought you were going to say something about Sean Day's episode.
So I was toying between that. Yeah, all right, he gets 3. Ready? The other one. This is just a great scene too, because they're one of the few I listened to. The Sean Day initiation. Could you imagine the scene where he's trying to choke out the driver with the seatbelt while 8 other veteran SEALs are dragging him back into the van to beat the dog shit out of him? And where he said he got choked out multiple times, and he would get choked out unconscious, wake up to them still beating the shit out of him, choke him out again, and he would wake up to them still beating the shit out of him, and then choke him out again.
Yeah. And then
those episodes also point out Steve's an integral part of the show, because we missed a great story because Steve had to jump off to meet a client. Steve, what was that like? He ended up in like the news up in New York.
Yeah. So he came back after everything, and this was like 8 years in, and he went to go up to New York for a guy who was a SEAL in Vietnam, and he had some type of like meditation that helped with PTSD and all the other, wild shit. You see the terrible stuff. And Sean was like, any guy that was in Nam obviously has all their respect. They were like, those guys went through some real shit. So if this guy thinks he can help stuff, I got some shit. I can go. It's not going to hurt, right? So he goes to go up to New York, and at that point he was in Colombia for a long time. He said one of his things is he didn't get used to like stoplights and traffic patterns in America. Blah blah. He's in New York City, drives right through a red light. NYPD pulls him over. This is just after probably 9/11, like, I don't know, 4 years after it. And they asked him if he has any weapons in the car. And he says, yes, I have. He pulls out these suitcases with these guns that are fucking ridiculous. And he opens the suitcase like he's a goddamn sniper that gets paid in a movie. And the cops are like, what the fuck is this fucking thing? Who are you? And he's like, I'm in a SEAL combat unit. And they were like, okay, do you have proof? And he's like, I have a military ID, but it doesn't say Navy fucking SEAL on my ID. No, it just says I'm in the fucking Navy. No. So they're like, this dude's a wacko. You have way too much like weapons and shit in this truck. So they take him to, I think it's called Bellevue, is the famous New York funny farm. So they took him to Bellevue Hospital. They have him in there, and then they get word from Quantico. And now you're talking about one of the largest bases in America. Quantico, one of like a Navy captain has to call up and go, no, he's one of the commanders of like our fucking team 6 or team 4. What the fuck are you talking about? And the guy had to release him, and then they apologized. And Sean was all cool with it. He's like, I get him, but
I can see why they think I'm crazy. I get it. Yeah,
he was right. He was supposed to be at a friend's birthday party in North Wales that night. He didn't show up. None of us could get a hold of him. Right? We all didn't know what the fuck happened. So the next 2 days after that, he emails all of us an article Monday morning in the New York Post, and it's New York Post has a famous page 6, like the gossip column. Biggest thing on page 6 says this seals the real deal. And it runs down how these dickhead cops arrested him and took him to the funny farm thinking he was fucking, what was happening. And then they had to get confirmation from Quantico, from some high up guy, to get Sean the fuck out of there and let him drive the fuck home.
Man, I mean, yeah. No, that's that's Sean Day. He's from North Wales.
Wild. Yes, sir. Yeah. Another addition to it. That's one you should get on for another roundtable for him.
Oh, dude, I'll do a roundtable. I would
love
to
hear non-military stories, to hear Sean Day Young Bull stories.
Well, I would love to do a military roundtable too. Like if we could get like Nick, Brandon.
Sean. Oh my god,
dude, that would be
Matty, you have the previous guests for it. Like you have some really legit dudes who are willing to be candid as far as they can be candid. And they're like, we can talk about this, but we can't talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends who can't talk about the other thing. Like, I don't have any friends with nuclear codes. I don't have any friends with like troop positions. I have friends who are like, I don't know, this is what I sell.
I'm more interested in like, can we get like a Diana and her girlfriend's round table and they talk about
fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Tom. Now we're talking. What's up,
Diana? Waxing stories or something? I don't know.
We were supposed to get the
waxer. We never got the waxer.
Yeah, we want to talk about your taint. Where's this broad at? Get her on.
Taint Talk with Matt Lavelle.
And Diana's waxer.
Yo, Vern, you look great tonight. You're all dressed up, bro.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Listen, I was the first guest on the Working Perspectives podcast, and I felt that it was important to show up tonight and just,
was that episode recorded?
It was recorded. Now you missed it earlier. I said, well, I would love to say I'm suited and booted. I'm just suited because I'm Porky Pigging it from the waist down, totally nude. No pants, no shoes, no nothing.
I'm so wet right now.
Just want to make it look good up top. I said to my wife. My wife was always like, "Why?" For years before she was my wife, she was like, "Why are you wearing a fucking button-down shirt and sweatpants?" And I'm like, "Because it's the button-down shirt I wore out to the bar last night. I left it on the chair by the bar. And now today I'm really hungover and also a little cold. So I'm going to put it back on." So tonight, before we did this, I went up to her and I was like, now I'm wearing a shirt and a tie and a vest. And I was like, you've never been less attracted to me right now, right? Like you were not happy about the flannel shirt button down on the sweatpants 7 years ago. How about the 3-piecer on the, the Under Armours and my slippers right now? And she was like, I mean,
get it in me right now.
You look. She was like, I mean, you look good. And I was like, that's all I need now. Yeah.
Just meat and cheese right now. Just meat and cheese.
Yeah. No vegetables. No
She's
lubrication.
Like, you provide the mayo.
Just ham, cheddar, dry. That's how
no oil, goes. No
ham
vinegar.
And cheddar dry. Nope, nothing. Ham, cheddar, dry.
Straight American.
Yeah. She's about to have a baby in like 4 weeks. So we're
is it?
I know the way he said that. It sounded like
hopefully
she's
mine.
about to have a baby
Hopefully
in
mine.
4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
not me.
Yeah,
she's not. Timmy, just get it in there.
Yo, how unfair is childbirth? It is the most unfair thing ever.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, every day I'm so happy when I wake up. I'm a dude. I'm like, I don't have to go through that. That's right. Win one for me once in my life.
It's not just the childbirth. It's afterwards too.
Yeah.
It's
breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And it's before
pumping.
It's your whole body.
During as well, apparently.
Yeah.
During the
Diana, what do you know about this? Let's get back to the guys. It's the childbirth
and all of this.
The thing about the stitches is
Just like your
No
mother.
one. Just
Oh.
I don't even know who said that or what the context was, but it made my skin crawl.
No. Yikes. So,
Why
well,
did you say
guys.
that during childbirth, just like your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get. Put. What did you say, Pete? Put it in me.
Get it
Get it in me.
Get it in me right now.
Just like your
Yeah.
mouth.
Can I talk about something real quick?
We're at the get it the fuck
J-Dub,
out stage
J-Dub.
now. And yes, Tommy, go for it.
J-Dub, can I talk to you about something real quick?
Yeah.
So I was just down in Disney, right? Disney World. I just got back today.
Are you allowed
And
back?
Florida.
I got
or,
back today.
California.
Are you allowed back in Disney World?
Am
All
I
right,
allowed
well,
back in
why don't
Disney
you
World?
brag, Mr. Big Bucks? Where else were you fucking, you jet setter? You
Yeah, we were all at Dorney Park, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Fun,
is my
food, and
point. Let
fantasy,
me get to this
Knoebels
real
Amusement
quick.
Resort.
Yeah, where's this going?
We went to a Beauty and the Beast show,
Mhm.
and my opinion of Belle has changed dramatically. Dramatically. I used to think she was one of the best, but then I'm starting to think, and I'm like, she was
Bella's
in
the broad?
Belle, yeah, Beauty,
Okay.
Beauty.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 J-Dub,
Well, turns out.
I'm coming to you. I want your opinion real quick. She's in there. She sees the castle. She sees the potential. She sees the library. The
She's a
servants.
singing candelabra.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say the
think
talking.
she's falling in love with the lifestyle. She's not really into the beast, but she's like, I'll fuck him if I have to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
Right.
Respect.
Right.
How hairy
not-
and mutilate. I
Oh.
mean, if he
He's
has like
disgusting.
a dog-like penis, it's gonna be a nightmare for her.
Yeah.
Versus
This dude's
a
kinda
human-looking
yoked.
penis.
He's in shape and shit. I know he's hairy, but the bull's yoked.
You know he
He's yoked.
smells.
Oh, the fur's got to be just awful. Awful.
I know.
Right, but
Tell him
just-
about it, Matt. Let's get your wife on.
Does he have-
You son of a bitch? You motherfucker, you motherfucker.
Get it out of me. Get it out of me.
Oh
I
my
go for
God.
home run. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that
Another
was a
episodes for Pete's aunt.
You son of
Nah,
a-
what are you
Whatever.
doing? You're off the
Was it-
couch.
Was I doing a fake mustache there? What
Don't
was
worry
this
about what I'm doing.
I'm
I'm
just-
like this. Mind your
This is
fucking
an
business.
I'm just saying it's an exotic pose.
J-Dub, I was trying to get you, brother.
The
You
only
tell me.
thing for Belle to fall in love with was the lifestyle. There was nothing appealing of the beast.
Nothing appealing about the beast.
She's just you know.
Not even his
I hate to break
personality.
it to you guys.
Noah.
I
In
hate
fact-
to break it to you guys.
In fact, I think that's majority of Disney princesses. Most of
It's
them.
majority of women. We love
Yeah.
emotionally unavailable men. It's just
But
the immediate attraction.
Also,
A beast?
Does that
You want to have sex with a bear?
Does he
to be
hate me?
fair,
A
Does
man.
he hate you?
guys, everyone,
Does he
everyone.
own,
pay for him
does
to
he
get
own a
fuck me?
castle?
Is he gonna fuck me and hurt my feelings? Let's go. What's up?
Wow. Story to
Guys,
someone
Round
call
table.
Whit.
That's a round
Someone
table.
call Whit right
Oh my
now
God.
and tell him to hurt Diana's feelings. Do it.
Dude,
Whit,
all women are like that. We're all
get a
like that.
beast outfit.
She
Yeah.
said we're all like,
We are. We
Hell
are.
yeah.
We have to like beat that out of ourselves for some reason.
hell yeah.
we
Nah,
love
Brent,
that shit.
That's a great trade.
That's why you
Hey,
hear those guys
Diana.
crying like they never
Diana,
like
shut the
nice
fuck up.
guys. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, D.
I'm past it.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Fellas.
For the, I'm like 88%
Yikes.
past that shit in my life.
but fellas, she wasn't there on her own accord. She was there to like make a deal to not make sure, you know,
Like her dad
family
or whatever,
what-
Stockholm
yeah,
syndrome.
like it was.
There's something like that wasn't there before. I saw the song. She's like behind a tree. She's like, I can't believe I'm feeling this, but I'm gonna fuck a beast right now.
Called
Like,
it
seen him in
to
his
get this whole
sweatpants.
castle.
And it was
I'll
because
do
he
it
was
for my
being mean to
family.
her. It's 'cause he was being
Stockholm
mean to her.
syndrome, guys.
And then he
Stockholm
wails her in the
syndrome.
face with a
She was a-
snowball.
But she
And
was
she's
a
like, I love
hostage
it,
the
do
whole
it again.
time. She was always a hostage. She
But
was
like,
a
wasn't
hostage the
wasn't
whole time.
Gustavo
She was
too, like,
just trying to
Dude,
get.
if
the-
you really look at that and every other Disney, the
What about
worst one-
Cinderella?
the worst,
Cinderella,
no, the
she's
worst
trying to
fucking
Just
one-
trying to.
the worst
Also
fucking
a
one
hostage.
is the
also
Little
just trying to
Mermaid.
get through it.
The Little Mermaid.
Also
She
a
falls in
hostage.
love, and that dude in like 3 days, and she's fucking 15. Disney,
Yeah.
don't let
All-
your little girls watch Disney movies because
You
it's
know-
just
all
a
Disney
fucking horrible
princesses are
representation.
hostages.
That's why Little
Jasmine.
Mermaid
They're
got
all
Not
realistic.
hostages.
Jasmine.
Little
Jasmine
Mermaid
went
is
after the
realistic.
street rat.
No,
None of them are realistic.
Prince.
Fell in love with the chick that talks. Like, yeah, this one girl that's beautiful. She doesn't say a word, and you're gonna go with the girl that's all chatty? No way.
No way. Good
Yeah.
call, Pete.
Yeah, right. There it is, Pete. Put it back in. There it is.
That's meat and cheese, Pete.
Yeah. So, all right.
70 years.
Poultry Pete
of
strikes again.
70 years of 16-year-old hostage princesses is
Yep.
what Disney's legacy is.
That's what Disney's
They're all
built
hostages.
on.
They're all
built,
hostages.
It's built on the back of fucking of just
No pun
16-year-old
intended.
hostages.
Cinderella.
I
the
guess
shoe
this
fits.
young
Okay.
girl has to figure out how to just keep her fucking self alive.
And if
Then,
the only other guys know her
fucking
now it's a
then,
movie.
Wait,
Yeah,
can we
well-
go down them? What did Cinderella do? Cinderella wasn't a hostage to the prince.
She was a
Well,
hostage
she's
in
a
her own
hostage
home.
to her mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
To her
She had
family.
Yeah,
what she had
not,
to
not
do.
to a man though.
Evil
That one's a
stepmother.
nice story.
Not yet.
No.
That
But
one was a nice
Beauty,
story.
like she gets molested, but she's like, well, the only other guys I know are midgets, so you'll do.
No,
Mix
yeah.
into a
That's
That's
not
Snow
Sleeping
White.
Snow
Beauty.
White.
That's
Oh,
fucking
all right,
Snow
yeah, either
White.
way, same thing.
Mm.
Same thing. No, it's not.
What was Sleeping Beauty's
it's-
deal? She was rich, right?
She's tired.
Sleeping Beauty, there was a curse on her
Didn't they both
when she
get
was
molested?
born.
Here you go, J-Dub.
J-Dub just killed
She's
that.
just sleepy.
So-
So tired.
He was
All right, all
tired.
right. So
All have
here's the deal.
Headache.
because we all need to be saved.
Right. Save everyone.
Yeah.
They're all in
Get 'em-
positions to be saved.
Yep, get them on the show and we'll talk about it. So here's the deal:
What?
we're coming to the top of time, right?
Motherfucker,
This is-
you're gonna have the funniest Thursday you've had in a long
Yeah,
time
it's
trying to
gonna
edit this
be
show.
great. So we're coming to the top of time, right? This has been another episode of the Work and Respect This Podcast Weekend Poppin', the 100th episode celebration. Before we get out of here, Dirty D, anything you want to say to the legions of your adoring fans before we take off?
No, don't approach me. Based
Very
off of the
wise.
show,
Yeah,
it's not going to
very-
go well.
Don't approach me.
Yeah,
Don't
we hear
approach
from
me so
Frank?
good.
yeah, nice.
Don't approach me, strangers.
Very cool. Great advice. Party Boy Pete, love having you back, sir. Anything you want to say to the Petinators out there?
Hey, if you want to come up and say hello, I'll shake your hand and treat you with dignity and respect.
Meat Hell and yeah, cheese.
I won't. I won't.
Unless you give him some vegetables, because then he's like, fuck off.
My
Yeah.
Grand's
Especially
Yelp
fucking with
review
mayonnaise.
is a great
Yeah.
representation of exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
It's so weird. Like Diana's stature and Pete's stature have totally different ideas of what they do
Yeah.
with people in society. That's so
Yeah.
strange. I don't even understand it.
So yeah, very nice. So Jalen Dub, anything you want to say to the Dubinators before we roll out?
God willing, I'll be here for episode 200 as well.
Hey, hey man, I'd love to have you
Yeah.
here, brother.
I love it.
I'd love to have you all here, guys. I'd love to have you here
Yeah,
for
I agree.
200, 300, 500, 900, 20,000. You know, let's do
I-
it.
I love you all. I'll see you in a little bit, Steubens. Bye, Tom.
Yeah. Very nice.
Get
So,
them Tootsie Rolls.
yep. Benoit Poudcasse. Anything you want to say to the 44th faithful before we get out of here?
I mean, just what an honor, man. What a nice run you've had. You started with an idea. You've held to your idea. Things have moved. Things have shaken. Things have gotten around. But
Wow.
but you're still zeroed in on the idea. And you guys also had an exceptional live show, man. Great job. Thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Thanks for being a
Um,
part of it, man.
Well done.
Can't do
What
it
live
without you,
show?
man. Can't do it without you. It's been, it's been great. Tomas, anything you want to say to anyone before we get out of here?
Yeah, Dave, Diana's number is call anytime. She's
Night
there
or day.
waiting.
Is that
She's
real?
your sleeping beauty.
That is my
She's
phone
your
Well,
That's
I
not your
guess-
number?
I guess we're editing.
No, I said that is my number. Don't worry, Tom. I'm gonna start handing out your phone number too.
Ooh.
nobody wants it.
You're not,
even-
gonna want
yeah.
who I give it to.
Whoa. Very nice. So, okay. The strongest
No,
of STEM.
good job. Good job on the show.
Thank you.
Congratulations. 100
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. The strongest of stems, 45 up, 45 down, my man. Anything you got to say to the end of faithful before we get out of here?
Yeah, two things. One, Matt, I'm loyal to a fault. You're one of my guys, so
Right
I
back at you,
appreciate you
buddy.
always calling me and let me act like an asshole on here. And I know you
No.
work hard doing this shit because I
Can't
don't
thank you
do
enough.
anything to help it. Anything.
No, that's not
right?
true.
So I do show up all the time. At least
No,
I'm fucking,
can't-
I got perfect attendance.
Can't thank you enough for being here, man.
Ain't like high school.
My grades are terrible,
Yeah.
but I got perfect attendance.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Now, this is a real serious thing too. So I learned something today. I really did. To anyone out there that's a father, especially if you have a daughter, don't let them watch Disney movies because
No Disney movies.
when they grow up, they're gonna want emotionally unavailable men who they want to hurt them. That's what.
And we don't
want
wanna get
I
hurt.
thank you for this.
We just like it for some reason.
Let
I
him go,
treat
attracted
guys.
to it.
like daughters. I'm going home and I'm burning anything that says Disney on it.
Yeah.
I'm burning it all to the ground.
Yeah. Smart,
You should.
safe. I mean, Disney, it is legit a cult. And
And then you know what else?
we're
You should
probably all
never
going to be
teach your-
canceled after this. Just to,
You should never. I'll fucking take this. I'll stand all the way at the top of this hill. You should never teach your daughters that virginity is something precious either. It's another thing.
I mean, I think we all agree on that, hey guys?
Fucking ovation.
For a totally different reason.
Matt,
No,
better teach your fucking daughter.
my
No,
daughter will
don't.
be taught that.
You do not want it
stop.
like she's gonna get crushed by some
No,
fucking 17-year-old.
My
Don't
daughter,
teach it to her.
My daughter will be taught to hate everybody and to just reject any strangers that come up to her.
Yeah.
And
God,
just
let's
also
see how
like
that goes, Matt.
straight Krav Maga. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
murder, like throat.
I'm
Get
gonna
the
I'm gonna teach her murder's good to boys.
That's
murder
the Jordan.
boys.
That's why he has the button up. He's like trying to get used to those high collars. Like, all right, you're gonna tell me this.
Yeah. That's how it goes. So nice. Well, this has been the 100th.
Wait, hold on, Matt. You have not said what's your favorite fucking episode or whatever your bullshit is.
Oh boy!
yeah.
Your show,
Good call, Tom.
Great job,
Um,
Tommy.
your favorite episode. You bring it
Man,
home.
Matt, what the fuck?
What's your favorite
Favorite
It
moment.
could be. Steve
Come
got
on,
3. You
Matt.
could do 4. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, what do you got? What's your top list?
So okay. So I'll say that
Episode with Tom.
some of my favorite moments is when we've been able to like help promote things. Like when we had Nick Lightning on the show, I loved being able to do that. That was a great show. When we had Rocco DeFinis on to help promote his new single, that was a great show. Loved having him on. Last week when we had Chip and we were
Panico, baby.
we were able to
Panicos.
promote his, which
Yeah.
the link will be available for Griffin Gives. If you want to donate to Mission Nutrition for Chef Chipper, link will be in the description of this. Please donate. It's for a great cause. All of that's great. Really loved all of that. I loved being able to, there's been a bunch of stories that like I've had in my head, I've thought about like Pete's story of coming through in the clutch against Upper Perk. That was great. And then being able to tell Brandon's story, that was really good. The moment I got with Alex on the show, when Alex's first episode, that was killer. Was really happy we could do that. But honestly, it's all of it. I do really like doing this, and hopefully we can all get paid one day to do this, and this could be like what we do. And because it is, I think we all enjoy it. It is fun, right? Like this is fun. It's fun to do. And
Good
I'm
times.
just, I think honestly, I can't thank everyone that's listened enough. Like we're past 30,000 on YouTube. We're past 7,000 downloads on all podcast platforms. So we're past, we're over 37,000 total combined views of everything. And that's not including the socials where we have, over 100,000 views. So it's just, honestly, it's a pleasure to be able to do this, but also I love too that we've been able to give scope. Like when we had Frank Palumbo, the police chief, on the show, right? But then also we had guys like Chris Wertan on the show, the business analyst, right? Then we had Nick, we had Sean Day, we had Jill Whalen on the show, we had my cousin on the show. Like we had all these different people from different walks of life. And, you know, honestly, just in like what we've learned doing this show and being on here, I just think, I mean, honestly, it's just been, the whole thing has just been incredible. And it's been, you know, I just want to keep it going forever, right? Like, knock on wood, I still love doing this, you know, down the road, but it's just been, and like all this stuff we've got to do with like shooting the road to Rainbow Road, right? Like that was a blast. Just everything, man. And I'll tell you, I can't thank you guys enough, and everyone that's helped, from, you know, Pete stepping up, from Steve being there, Bern, Tom helping me with booking the show and being part of the creative with Road to Rainbow Road, Bern jumping in, Diana coming on, right? J-Dub stepping up. And then also too, like, I love, like, I know it's been a while, but Shake, man, me and him, we started this roller coaster, and without him, it wouldn't have gotten off the ground. So, you know, I love Shake too. So, and everyone that listens and supports and, you know, reaches out to me, like after we air a show and I get contacted by people that I haven't talked to in 20 years, and they're talking about the show, and we rekindle, like, and being able to book all these people, it's just been like an honor, and it's just been great. And I just want to keep it going. So thank you to everybody else. This has just been, hopefully we'll be, next year we'll be at 200. You know what I mean? So thank you.
Absolutely. Keep it going.
So this has been the 100th episode celebration of the Working Perspectives podcast. This is the Working Perspectives podcast weekend poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Dangerous Diana Spencer, the Party Boy Pete McCormick, J-Dub Justin Richardson, the tenuous Tom Lavelle, the bad boy Bernie Biceps, Bernie Base Hits, the 44th father Bern Podcassy, and the strongest of stems, Chief Strong Stem himself, Steve Cabot. You can find all our content and all our stuff on all podcast platforms and music at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can hang out with us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please, there's one person that hates me doing the show, and it's my wife. So if you could like and subscribe, and maybe we can turn her around. All right, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend. Thanks. See you.
Quick, put it in, Matty.
Chef Chipper here with AAA Catering in Lansdale, PA, with the Working Perspectives podcast. I appreciate you guys letting me promote my Christmas party and meal giveaway on December 23rd at the Moss Recreation Center at 5700 Torresdale Avenue, Philadelphia. Been giving out meals to the neighbors in that neighborhood for a couple years now. It's a great neighborhood, blue collar, working class people. They really care about their families. They work hard to provide for them. They have a lot of challenges in that neighborhood. So what we're doing down there on the 23rd, we're going to set up a great holiday buffet under one of my tents. We're going to have face painter there, maybe some balloon animals, giving out candy, giving out some presents. And it's a great thing that you guys can jump on board. If you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to griffingives.org, go to the donate button, and in the field when you donate, fill in Mission Nutrition. This is Chef Chipper's Mission Nutrition. We're trying to make sure these kids have a nice, hearty, hot, nutritious meal going into the holiday. Thank you. December 23rd, 3 p.m. at 5700 Torresdale Avenue. That's the Moss Recreation Center.